Life, it has a funny way of reminding us who's really in control. One moment, everything seems calm. The skies are clear, the water's smooth, the world predictable. And the next, the winds change, the waves rise, and suddenly, you're lost in a storm you never asked for. But peace, real peace, is never about stopping the storm. It's about learning how to steer through it. And this is the story of how one young sailor learned a lesson of a lifetime. A lesson we all need to hear. Once upon a time, in a quiet coastal town, lived a young man named Elias. From the moment he could walk, he would wander along the rocky shores, staring at the endless ocean, dreaming of the day he could sail beyond the horizon. His father was a sailor too, a man who had seen both the beauty and brutality of the sea. And the day he passed away, he handed Elias his most treasured possession, an old brass compass. "This will guide you," his father said. "But remember, son, it won't calm the sea. It won't change the wind. It will only show you the way. Control what you can, accept what you cannot." Elias didn't understand it back then, but life would teach him soon enough. Years passed, and the day came when Elias set sail on his first solo voyage. The skies were kind. The sea was calm. His heart full of excitement. With every glance at his father's compass, he felt confident, certain that nothing could go wrong. But certainty is a fragile thing. By the third night, the winds whispered a new tune. The sky darkened. Waves grew tall and restless. And then the storm came. It was a kind of storm that humbles even the strongest. Waves crashed against his boat, each one more violent than the last. Rain pounded his face. The sails tore like paper in the wind. His hands, raw and blistered, clung to the tiller. And when he looked down at the compass for guidance, the glass was shattered. The needle spun wildly. In that moment, the weight of fear pressed down on him. Everything he had counted on, broken, his boat, his compass, his plan. And for the first time, he felt it, that deep, hopeless voice we all know too well. It's out of your hands. As the storm raged on, Elias sat there, drenched, shivering, defeated, until one memory floated back into his mind. Control what you can, accept what you cannot. Those words echoed to the roar of the waves. He couldn't fix the compass. He couldn't stop the rain. He couldn't control the wind. But he still had his hands. He still had his mind. And he still had a choice. So he stood back up. He tied the torn sails as best he could. He bailed water from the boat, one scoop at a time. He adjusted the ropes and shifted the rudder, not to fight the storm, but to work with it. And the more he focused on the small things within his control, the calmer his mind became, the more at peace he felt. Even while the storm still howled around him, when the sun finally broke through the clouds and the sea stilled, Elias stood at the bow, soaked and exhausted, but stronger than ever. His compass was still broken, but his heart was steady, because he finally understood his father's words. The storm wasn't the enemy. The real battle was inside. And so, dear listener, here's the truth. Life will always throw storms your way. It will always hand you broken compasses, shattered plans, unexpected setbacks, painful endings. But the secret to peace isn't about controlling the uncontrollable. It's about mastering your response. You control your attitude. You control your focus. You control your effort. And that's all you ever need. Because the wind will blow whether you like it or not. But your hands, your choices, your mindset, that, my friend, is your power. So when the world seems too big, too wild, too unfair, ask yourself one question. What can I control right now? And begin there, because once you learn to steer your sails, there isn't a storm in this world that can stop you. Control what you can, let go of what you can't, and watch your life sail to places you never imagined.